Harry Kane scored his 9th hat-trick yesterday with Bayern Munich. Estêvão Willian was named man of the match after Chelsea's victory. Real Madrid's 2026/2027 away kit will be green, a first in more than 10 years. Goal fest between West Ham and Chelsea. The Blues win 5-1. Despite conceding after just 6 minutes with Paqueta's opener, the Blues fought back in style. João Pedro scored and provided 2 assists last night. Estêvão delivered his first assist for Chelsea on Enzo Fernandez's goal. PSG do the bare minimum for their Parc des Princes debut this season. A narrow 1-0 win against Angers thanks to a Fabian Ruiz goal. Dembele missed a penalty in the first half. PSG were utterly dominant. Angers didn't stand a chance. Bayern smashed Leipzig on Bundesliga's opening day with a Kane hat-trick. It was a real massacre at the Allianz Arena last night. Bundesliga is back, and so is Bayern. 6-0 win with a Kane hat-trick, a brace from Alice, and a goal from new signing Luis Diaz. PSG's 2026/2027 away kit is expected to be white with silver touches. The club logo will feature a blue and red gradient. Nicolas Jackson is on the short list of Aston Villa, Newcastle, and Bayern. Chelsea value the Senegalese striker at €92 million, but potential buyers hope the club will lower the price or agree to a loan. The London club would prefer to send him outside the Premier League, especially if it's a loan without a purchase option. Jackson's agent wants to finalize his transfer to Bayern or Newcastle in the coming days. Both clubs are ready to accept Jackson's terms and are in advanced talks with Chelsea. Bayern are not offering a direct cash payment. Manuel Neuer is playing his 20th Bundesliga season. Only 3 players have enjoyed such longevity in the German top flight. Klaus Fichtel, 22 seasons, Claudio Pizarro, 20, and Oliver Kahn, 20. Bayern will not sign Malik Fofana after failing to reach an internal agreement. Max Eberl did not show much interest in the player, despite initial contacts. Rasmus Højlund is on the market, and Manchester United want to move him on. If loaned, he would only leave with a mandatory purchase clause. A loan remains possible for Bayern, who have already made an offer for him. Paris Saint-Germain are the first team not to concede a single shot on target in their first 2 League One games of the season since 2006/2007. Luis Enrique. We must quickly forget about the 5 trophies we won. That belongs to the past. We need to think about the future. We want to fight to win them again. That's our ambition, our goal. Rodrygo Mora is drifting further away from Paris. Although his name has often been linked with PSG, especially if Lee Kang-in leaves, Mora is close to joining Al Ittihad. An agreement is reportedly in place with the players' representatives, and a meeting between the clubs is set for tomorrow. The Saudi side is ready to pay the €70 million demanded by Porto for their gem. Renato Sanchez will join Panathinaikos. A 1-year loan with no purchase option. Asensio wants to return to Aston Villa. His agent Jorge Mendes is handling negotiations. Personal terms don't seem to be an issue. Arnaud Tines is Villarreal's top target for goalkeeper. The Spanish club are already negotiating with PSG. Tines wants to leave to continue his development. Andre Onana should remain at Manchester United, despite uncertainty over his future and the club's move for Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Sen Lammens. Antwerp won around £17 million for Lammens, who is yet to play for Belgium's national team. Manchester United have already agreed personal terms with him. Arsenal are still considering a move for Rodrygo even after signing Yves, while Liverpool are also interested as they seek a Luis Diaz replacement. Manchester City haven't ruled out a move for Brazilian winger Rodrygo, especially if Savinho leaves for Spurs. Real Madrid would want £70 million. Bournemouth are in talks with Chelsea over a season-long loan with an option to buy Axel Disasi. Real Madrid will monitor Crystal Palace midfielder Adam Wharton's progress throughout this season. Napoli are now advancing in talks to sign Rasmus Højlund. Manchester United are aware of the discussions and are ready to strike a deal if the player and Napoli agree on personal terms. Gianluigi Donnarumma's €50 million valuation is considered far beyond what Manchester City are willing to pay. However, Formal talks with PSG over the goalkeeper are ongoing. Tottenham are considering Nico Paz and spoke to intermediaries about him yesterday. A deal won't be easy as Como will only accept a top offer. Real Madrid would also be involved in any agreement. Newcastle are pushing to sign Jørgen Strand-Larsen. However, Wolves will only approve his £60 million sale if they can secure two replacements. Ademola Lookman has been in contact with Arsenal, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Tottenham in the last 48 hours as he continues to push for a move away from Atlanta after his failed interswitch. Eberechi was not signed in time to face Leeds United tomorrow. It was never Arsenal's plan to finalize the deal before the 12 p.m. deadline. He successfully completed his medical yesterday morning. The three strikers on Newcastle's shortlist are Alexander Sorloth, Jon Wissa, and Jørgen Strand-Larsen. Chelsea are considering a contract until 2031 for Xavi Simons. Personal terms have been verbally agreed, and written details should be finalized next week. Tottenham suffer another blow in the number 10 role, with Dejan Kulusevski set to be sidelined until around 2026 with injury. No Maddison, Kulusevski, Ease, or Gibbs-White. Nottingham Forest are considering sacking Nuno Espirito Santo. There are tensions between management and the manager over transfer decisions this window. Newcastle United are preparing for Liverpool's return with a new bid of between £120 million and £130 million for Alexander Isak. Roma's hopes of signing Jadon Sancho could depend on whether his agent lowers his £8.6 million commission demand to seal the deal. Manchester United hope Tottenham join the race to sign Alejandro Garnacho to create competition for Chelsea. Everton are interested in signing Manchester City and Netherlands defender Nathan Ake to strengthen their backline. Pep Guardiola: "We used to be a team that ran a lot without the ball. We were a real nuisance for our opponents, pressing high, playing with intensity, etc. Last season, injuries made us lose that energy. The most important thing is to get it back, then we'll see. But what matters to me is our football. Running? I can go to the track, run a marathon, play. That's not what counts. You need to know when to do it." Tottenham are preparing a bid of over €70 million for Savinho after today's game against Manchester City. Bruno Guimaraes on the best Premier League midfielder. For me, it's Rodri. He's ahead of everyone. He scores important goals, controls everything. His awareness of where to play and when to pass is incredible. You have to play against him to understand. Pep Guardiola on the future of Savinho and Akanji. I don't know. There are players. We'll see. Maybe something will happen. Savinho, Kovacic, and Gvardiol are out for today's clash with Tottenham. Antonio Rudiger played most of last season with a knee issue from a partial meniscus tear. He was also the defender with the most minutes last season and the player with the second highest overall minutes played in 2023/2024. The 2025/2026 season will be a reset year for Antonio Rudiger. The German will have to compete for a starting spot with Eder Militao and Dean Huijsen, and won't be guaranteed a starting role as in the past 2 years. Vinicius Jr. will remain an undisputed starter at Real Madrid this season. Xabi Alonso wants him back at his best level. Jan Sommer. Who will win La Liga this season? Real Madrid, as always. Bruno Guimaraes. Bellingham is the best midfielder. He will win the Ballon d'Or one day. He has so much potential. He's very young. He's always one step ahead of you in a match. Carlo Ancelotti will not call up Rodrygo for Brazil. Dani Ceballos has received offers from several Champions League clubs. His plan for now is to stay, fight for his place, and convince Xabi he deserves to play. Only the arrival of another midfielder would make him reconsider his future. Rodrygo could get minutes against Real Oviedo this Sunday. The Brazilian is also expected to play more as a left winger than on the right after a conversation with Xabi Alonso. Rodrygo no longer wants to be deployed on the right, only on the left. Xabi Alonso has clearly intensified tactical and positional work compared to last year. The coach wants his team to master ball circulation more. There's still work to do and automatisms to build. Galatasaray have made an offer for Manuel Akanji. while several other clubs have also expressed interest in signing him. Ilkay Gundogan is seriously considering a return to the Bundesliga, with a 50-50th chance of leaving Manchester City. Serie A is also a possibility, while Galatasaray are not in the race. Rodri and Foden are back in the squad and ready to face Tottenham today. Pep Guardiola, they're ready. Rodri, he's the best player in the world. We want him to regain his consistency. We have no doubts about his level. Andy Diouf leaves RC Lens and signs for Inter Milan. The 2026 World Cup group stage draw will take place on December 5th in Washington. It will be held at the Kennedy Center in Washington, recently taken over by Donald Trump. Agreement reached between LES Ben Seger and Bayer Leverkusen. Talks with Monaco are progressing. Eric Dier on Ansu Fati. In training, you see a player who is hungry. Harry Kane at Bayern Munich. 98 games, 89 goals, 26 assists. That makes 115 goal contributions in 98 games.